Hey, welcome to another episode of High Speed Living and Leading, also known as Living and Leading at 100 miles an hour. This is for people who have a passion for power and speed and adventure. In fact, if you have some adventures that you'd like to share with me, let me know. I'd love to do an interview with you and maybe rebroadcast it. Today's episode, or this week's episode, is a series of insights that I've gained from my attempt at scaling the Manitou Incline. Now, if you don't know about that, it's a climb that's rated extreme in terms of difficulty here in Colorado. And it starts at the base of the town of Manitou, and it just goes straight up a mountain with one step after another. They're actually railroad ties. And when you start at step one, you'll finish 2,020 feet higher in a short distance of less than 9/10 of a mile. Now, from what I've understood from going to websites, etc., it takes the average person their first time between 1 and 3 hours to go that simple 9/10 of a mile. Coming down is a trail that's another 3 miles, so it's 0.9 right on up and 3 miles winding back down. So stay tuned and catch some of the leadership insights that I've got from this very steep climb. It averages 41% up. The steepest is 68%. And just so you understand, 68% incline means for every 10 feet forward that you'll go 7 feet up. It's a wonderful challenge, an intense challenge. And mine was, number one, can I make it to the top? And number two, can I make it without stopping? Stay tuned. Here's to your leading personally, professionally, and relationally. Well, good morning. It's 5 o'clock. Beautiful morning here in Colorado. A few clouds in the sky, lots of stars. And today is the time to try the Manitou Incline. If you've been following me, I like high-speed living and leading. And so today, I want to try something that's not going to be real high speed, but I like experiences of power and speed. And I'm going to see if I can power up the Manitou Incline. I'll tell you more about that. But right now it's time to hit the road. Well, 6 o'clock and it's time to give this thing a try. So I'll give you a little shot. The sun's not going to come up for another, I think 45 minutes or an hour. But take a look. Here's what... There's the steps. 2,700. This is going to be step number one. And then right on up. And that's the fault summit. It goes beyond there. So let's give it a try. Just took step number one. Let's go. Well, I don't know if the energy helped at all. I passed the 1,700 steps. These are the rascals. When they're stacked too high, it's really a killer. See that rock? I'm going to take advantage of it. Just step on it. Give me a small help up. And so, how's that? I haven't stopped yet. It's a long way up there. We'll see. Okay, I've crossed 2,200 steps. Let me show the killers. See how there's 2 steps right here versus 1 step? Those 2 steps are the killers. Though this is a little flatter. Let me show you what this... Here it is, 2,300. I take advantage of every little place I can. So far, no stops. So my friend Matthew said, beware of the false summits. For those of you who haven't climbed mountains, it looks like it's the top, but you just can't see how it curves.
One way to not worry about fault summits is just keep looking down. This is all I'm seeing. I did see 2,500 steps, so under 300 to go. I think at this rate, I might make it. We'll stay at it. Slow and steady. This is the way, one of the ways. Just one step. If I do a full step each foot, it just takes more energy. Not that my left leg is stronger. This just is slower. I think I'm almost there. I think that's the top. Okay, 51 minutes. So 49 minutes, 31 seconds. Fair enough for a first time. Well, I have proven again that for me, slow and steady works. Didn't stop once. A couple of times I lost my balance just a touch. But yeah, good workout. What lessons have you got? When you're running your company, sometimes slow and steady is the way to go. I'm going to give this some more thought. I'm going to head down. I'm not going to walk down. I think that's going to be too hard on my knees. That's called the bar trail. So I might jog that down, walk it. I'll time that too, just because I'm interested. So glad I did it. Now I've got my personal record. Katie over there. Katie just came up in 34 minutes. She's training to do the Pikes Peak Marathon. Her personal best, she's done it 3 times, was like 7 hours and 3 minutes. She said she hopes to do 6:45 this time. That's something that I'm just not interested in because it takes too much training. So something like this, no problem. But a marathon, I think I'm going to live my whole life without doing that because I just don't have the time or don't care to take that kind of time. You know, one of the things I like about trail running is how I get places quicker. And running down, people talk about how it's hard on the knees. And yeah, I get it. But I've realized that for me, I'm not trying to set some world record. That's silly. So what I do is I just try and run at a pace that isn't going to hurt my knees. And that's taking small, short steps. So there's not a whole bunch of downward pressure. And people talk about falling. Yep, I can. I suspect I'll fall again. I've fallen before. Scrape up your knee and, bleed some. It's nothing terrible. And for all the great satisfaction of getting places quicker, gosh, I really like it. Check this. I just have to kind of watch my steps, and I take small ones to get past or get around the steep things. And just like going up, I look for the easiest route down, just like I was looking for the easiest route up. Works for me. So as you're leading, what's working? Are you getting tips? I gotta say, thank you, Matthew, for telling me typically people do between 45 minutes to an hour and 15 their first time up. Kind of gave me something to work at. He also said, don't jog from the beginning. Don't just pace yourself. Well, that was some wise counsel. It's really helpful. So I think that's why I was able to do a reasonable first time going up. Gosh, it's a great day. It's 7:30 right now. Just a beautiful jog. You know, you meet nice people on hiking and jogging trails. Just amazing. One of the benefits. It's hard to find a grumpy person on a hiking trail. You know, when you take advantage of some trails like that incline, sure makes me appreciate the people who put all those 2,768 steps in. That's a freaking lot of work. I mean, for me to just scamper up that thing. Okay, scamper would be an untrue statement. But for me to slog my way up is one thing, but boy, to put in all those 2,700 steps, I don't know who did it, but I'm grateful. And then, as I'm walking down, I'm going to guess at this. They call it the Bar Trail. Whoever cut this trail in, so you can get down this steep hill. Check this. You can't really get the steepness from here. The optical just doesn't quite work. But this is 3 miles of trails, so I don't have to climb down that steepness there, and that's really steep. So I don't know how often you've been grateful for whoever put in the roads, whoever puts in the trails, who's ever gone before you to make your trek a little easier. I'm sure a grateful guy. Well, 7:50 in the morning, 49, like 57 jogging down. About the same pace as walking up that thing. Boy, are my thighs talking to me. Good run down. And now, I think I'm ready to get on back to work. Hope you have a great day.